What's up, guys? Back here again with my third Dragon Warrior video. This video, I'm just going to set out a couple goals here, which is we're going to get... Well, first off, I'm going to go check out that scorpion nest because I went online. As far as I can tell, there's supposed to be scorpions down there. So I'm just curious. I'm going to go down there, see how long it takes me to get a scorpion to appear in a random encounter. After that, I think I'm going to run the mountain cave until I get enough money for the broadsword, and then I'll show you how we get that broadsword. And then we'll see if we got a little bit of time. I might grind a little bit outside of Rimuldar, depending on if I'm strong enough for it or not. Well, we'll see. Alright, I just need 86 experience, so we're also going to make sure we get level 8 right away before we get too far in. And looks like I'm at full health and magic points. Always be a good boy and heal up before you save so you don't confuse yourself. So yeah, as far as I can tell, reading what other people have to say, people call this the nest or sometimes the scorpion nest. And I just got so confused last time I was here that I wandered off not knowing the benefits of the scorpion nest or the nest would be that it's close enough to the starting castle to just get free healing constantly. A lot of people will go out and they'll grind on monsters maybe that they're not ready to grind on yet, but they'll be using the hurt spell. So that's one option I could have done. Currently, my level and my attack power and my defense are all high enough that I don't need to be wasting my time with a hurt spell. Recording these videos, I never know, what's the right balance of skipping over boring parts and including everything to be authentic. Obviously, you don't want to see me just sitting there and grinding on really weak enemies for a long time. But currently I'm on a quest to see, are there even scorpions down here? So I will eventually jump once I decide one way or the other whether they're scorpions or not. Why do I care? Because I'm weird. It's a pretty decent place to be grinding anyway, so no big problem. There. Finally. So there are scorpions down here. I grinded an entire level down here in my last video and never fought a single scorpion. So I don't know what's up with that. Now there's another one. Yeah, that's the RNG for you, man. Scorpions are like almost the perfect thing for me to be grinding on right now. They don't do that much damage. They drop good XP, good gold. Well, now that we've solved that mystery, I'll probably just jump ahead to when I'm level 8. There we go. Level 8. Power by 3, speed by 3, hit points by 6, magic points by 3. All good things. So my next goal is I need 1,500 gold. And I think what I'm going to do is see how many loops of the mountain cave I can do without going home to heal up and refresh. So I'll go ahead and jump over to the mountain cave. Alright, back to outside the mountain cave. I have only 4 herbs. Wonder what I did. I vaguely remember using a bunch. Okay. So we'll see if at least we can keep it at 4 herbs, or if we start losing herbs. Well, I think using magic points, I should be able to get back up to 6 herbs. So I'll use my magic points for healing until I'm maxed out again. If you hear that bump, it's me running into walls because I'm a big brain. A little bit curious how skeletons are. Looks like they're not doing as much damage to me anymore. So I'm at a point where I think I'll be fighting most of the enemies on the bottom floor. Feel really nervous about the warlock. Of course, enemies that spam the hurt spell kind of are a pain in the rear. But 11 experience is pretty nice. I don't think this dungeon is quite sustainable for me. And by sustainable, I mean you don't have to go back to heal and restore. I think I'll be using more than 1 herb per run if I just try to fight everything down here. Certain enemies do have a higher evade rating than others, and I'm pretty sure ghosts and poltergeists dodge more often. Anecdotally, it seems true, and I think I was reading a thing online that said the same thing. And I always notice because the ghosts and the poltergeists have their tongue sticking out at you, so you feel like you're being taunted. Like, haha, you missed. Definitely going through a lot of healing supplies at this point. Fighting these guys at least. I don't know if you're like me, but I like to do math sometimes, so last we looked it up, it was 500 more experience to get to the next level. Now that Drakima healed himself. It's a pain. Alright, killed him. So, if I'm gaining about 10 or 11 experience per enemy, and I need 500 experience, that means I have to kill 50 enemies. Which isn't actually that bad for a JRPG. Yeah, this one's a little bit slower than other ones, but I've almost gained 100 experience since last time I said anything about it. When we were at the King. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and try to do one more run now. And then just gonna show you what I can do without having to stop and rest. And also start talking strategy while you guys watch me kill a bunch of monsters. So right now I have the half plate, which costs 1,000 gold. The next step up is the full plate, which is 3,000 gold. And then there's a little quirk here where the next step up is the magic armor, which is 7,700 gold, if I remember this correctly. The problem is it has the same defense value as the full plate. The difference being the magic armor makes you take less damage from the hurt spell. And you recover health like 1 hit point every 4 steps. which makes grinding a bit more sustainable. So it's like, okay, 3,000 gold for better armor, 7,700 gold for the same level of armor, but with a couple extra perks. Or the best armor in the game does all that in a bag of chips. Whatever. Sorry, I'm being dumb. And is actually free. The problem with it is that you have to defeat an Axe Knight, which is one of the hardest enemies in the game. It's like one tier down from the hardest random encounters in the whole game. Yeah, I'm almost out of magic for healing, by the way. And so I kind of need to calculate, can I... Yeah, I'm still not fighting warlocks. Can I... Or I guess I should say, at what level can I defeat the Axe Knight? And what equipment do I need to defeat him? So a lot of other players skip the magic armor because that's 7,700 gold that you will never get back. So that's on my mind right now. But if you're willing to grind a lot, that armor can be helpful. It feeds into itself, so it's like it makes grinding more efficient because as you walk around you heal and you take less damage from hurt spells. I am thinking what will probably happen, I'll probably just end up doing the full plate armor, and then I'll probably aim for the Axe Knight at a fairly low level. Because it's just a single enemy, if RNG is with you, there's a good chance that you can defeat him at a lower level than you should. I'm also not going to be using safe state abuse, so if you are using safe state abuse, the Axe Knight's a lot easier. I think one of the strategies is to cast sleep on him. Well, he's resistant to sleep and won't fall asleep most of the time. But if you just safe state abuse until he does, or one thing he does is cast sleep on you, and that's kind of the main way that you die, is he puts you to sleep and then just basically cuts off your head. So if you're willing to save state abuse, Axe Knight's not as hard. Especially if you have like the stop spell, you can stop his sleep. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go back to town to rest and recover. I have 6 herbs, which is nice. And I'm over halfway to getting enough gold for the next upgrade, which is the broadsword. So I think we'll just go ahead and jump ahead to where something more interesting is happening. Alright, I have survived 2 more mountain cave runs, and so for this video, I'm up to 1,500 gold. Because of how easy it's been to get gold, it's almost making me wonder if I should just go for the magic armor, because I'm still nowhere near high enough level to get the Axe Knight to defeat him. So anyway, I'm going to stop by the main castle, and then actually I'm not that far off from leveling up, so let's jump on over to the main castle and then back down to the nest, and just finish topping off my experience for level 9. Yep, there are scorpions here. So weird that I never fought any scorpions that first time I was grinding down here. Alright, I think it's one more fight. 14 damage, nice. I'm almost one-shotting them. Alright, let's see what we get. Power by 8. That's huge. Response speed 1, hit points 4, magic points 7, and a new spell, which is Radiant. Nice, okay. I'll have to show you that sometime. Alright, well I'm gonna go top off at the castle, and then we're off to get the broadsword. Up to 50 hit points, nice. topped off. Let's see how much experience we need. 692, so basically 700 more from the last level. Well, we did 500 last time and it wasn't as bad as I thought. So, the stronger and stronger enemies we fight, the easier it is to level up. I mean, that's how JRPGs work. So actually, I'm not going to do any jumps because I have to show you how we get to Rimuldar. And it gets a little bit tedious because we have a lot of walking to do. We'll stay in the grass with a slightly better encounter rate. So I think over this first bridge over here is mostly magicians and ghosts. That would normally be a decent place to level grind at a few levels earlier, but as I showed you, I'd rather just go loot the mountain cave a couple times and kind of skip this area. Because there's still slimes and they're kind of a waste. I'm pretty sure there's magicians here too, but maybe I'm wrong. And then if you do get in trouble with the magician, you're actually quite far away from the town. So it's not the best. These have all been red slimes, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Drackies. Of course the Drackies are running from me now. Okay, and then another bridge now. These random encounters get to be really tedious. If you go up from here, there is the town of Cole, and then there's also up and left, there's an old man who wants to trade the silver harp for the staff of rain. We're not going to be messing around with story items yet because they clutter up our inventory. And if we go down here, at this point, the only thing we can do is to step across. This swamp hurts you, does 2 points of damage per step. Because it's got like poison gas or something. So you just kind of tough it out. Heal yourself, go in. Now, in future trips through here, you'll see that I don't even light a torch because it's a fairly easy thing to memorize. Especially if the volume up, you can hear when you bump into walls. But I'll show you what the radiant spell does. And that is, it's like a super torch. The radius of the light actually goes down over time. Now to get to where we want to go, we just go straight down. But I will show you a little side path here. 17 damage, nice. I'm two-shotting Druids now. Over here. I don't think it's this step. It is this step. Yeah, I don't want to fight this guy. So I'm gonna run. I might die. I have to reload my game here. Yeah, if I die, I'll just reload. Yeah. So anyway, don't go over there. Thou art dead. Yeah, and I actually did not want to lose my gold this time because I was off to go buy something, so let's go ahead and reload. 944, that stinks. So I'm going to reload the game and we'll pick up where I left off. Alright, I am back to the beginning of the swamp cave. Did not mean to actually run into the dragon there. So, that's an optional boss, and we will eventually take on that dragon. He's not actually as tough as he seems, because there's just, like I said, there's just one of them, and he doesn't put you to sleep, he just nails you with really hard hits. So, actually won't be that much longer before I could defeat him if I wanted to. And then again, with if you were willing to say state abuse, the sleep spell sometimes works on him. But we're not going to worry about that right now. Anyway, what I was going to try to show you, but I couldn't get close enough, is that once you defeat the dragon, move past, you can see that the princess is in a locked door on the other side. So once we've got magic keys and we're strong enough, we can get the princess. By the way, if you haven't noticed, now that I'm going the correct path towards Rimuldar, I just went straight down. And then it's like, if I were in the dark, I'd hear bump, 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 bump. Ignore the enemies. So I don't even use the radiant spell or a torch usually when it comes through this cave. Alright, and now we're on this southern continent place. The enemies around here are going to be kind of tough, so I might go ahead and run away from them for now. Like warlocks, I can defeat them, but it's too dodgy for me, especially since they put me to sleep. Normal scorpion should be fine. Looks like I'm two-shotting them now. I got a lot of attack power from that last level up. Now these guys, they're gonna hit hard, and they have at least about 30 hit points, so not quite ready for them. Alright. And this is the town of Rimuldar. No, I have no tomatoes. I have no tomatoes today. The main thing we're going to be doing here is getting that broadsword. And yeah, so actually we're going to back out so I can see what the exact bonus is. So right now I have attack power 44. And 44, and now we're at 49. I actually gained more attack power just from that last level up that I got from the broadsword. And then that leads us to another question. I keep waffling back and forth on the full plate armor and the magic armor. So we'll see how things go as I kind of level up and whatnot. The other question is, do I save up and buy the flame sword for, it's just short of 10,000 gold. I think it's like 9,800 gold. Or do I wait for the Erdrick sword, which is the best sword in the game, which is free, but it's found in the Dragon Lord's castle. So you actually have to like get in there. Now you see you can run away from enemies pretty quickly. So once you have all the key items, save the game and just try to sneak up to the sword, steal it, and then run away. So we might also be skipping the flame sword, depends. Anyway, we are going to stock up on magic keys, I think. Even though they're going to clutter up my inventory a little bit, I think, but it's kind of a pain to not have them when you need them. People who are more speedrunner than me would be like, well, not yet, or, you know, they'd have different strategies, but I'm just, you know, playing kind of realistically. I don't want to have to come back here for the magic keys. So, and I should be selling off the spider's rings, but that's for another time. Probably do that after I jump back to the home castle. I do want to go outside and fight just a little bit, just to test how strong are the enemies around here. So we have metal scorpions. They do 5 to me, I do 13 to them. That was not bad, actually. And then skeletons. They should be pretty easy for me now. 1 damage to me, 9 damage to him. 15 damage that time, that was nice. So skeletons would be worth fighting. And then wolves should appear too, so can I fight a wolf? 15 damage, nice. 6 damage to me. So it takes me 3 attacks to kill these guys. I actually think this would be worth it. Yeah, let's see, doing the math, I need to get to 2,000 experience to level up again. So for now, I don't think I'm going to go back to the mountain cave. I think I'll go fight around here for a little while. It seems fairly consistent that I can at least 3-shot the wolves. I'll need a healing after that. But 16 experience is pretty sweet. And 41 gold per kill. I mean, at that point, the 100 gold I'm getting out of the mountain cave is getting negligible. Now, I am able to kill the things in the mountain cave now, so I'm getting gold along the way. Let's see, and I lose 55 gold every time I have to stay. So what is that, two wolves, and I've got to stay at the inn? And, I mean, if I kill 2 wolves, I have enough gold to stay at the inn. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try this for a while. I'm gonna grind out here. Probably jump ahead to see, you know, how long it takes me. Alright, checking in here. First off, I'm doing pretty well grinding out here. I did a couple stupid things. I lost 3 herbs. Basically, if I don't enter a battle with full health, a wolf can actually kill me. So I had a couple close calls where I had to use an herb in mid-battle. I'm going to show you. I'm at pretty close to full health. I should actually be able to defeat the warlock. The hurt spell does about up to 10 points of damage if he's lucky. And if he does use this normal attack, it only does like 1 point of damage. So the warlocks are not even scaring me that much anymore. And I seem to have gained a net. I don't remember how much gold I had before I started grinding, but I've gained quite a bit of gold. So I think what I'll do, I think I'm going to stay here until I grind up to level 10. I don't like that I used up herbs. Not sure what I'm going to do about that. I'll go back to the mountain cave for a little bit longer. I might just test out my new power level. But yeah, I want my herbs back, but I think I'm going to grind here until I'm at least level 10. And I'll just show you a little bit more of what that looks like here. The desert, I believe, has the desert and the bumpy mountains, I believe, have the highest encounter rates. And I think the forest is probably second highest, and then the grass is, of course, the lowest. You see the skeletons, no big deal. I don't think I'm consistently 2-shotting them yet, but I can. So that's 11 experience and 25 gold right in my pocket. Now the wolves, as long as I come in with a pretty strong start, 1 or 2 shots. I mean, excuse me, 2 or 3 shots. Gosh, and they drop 49 gold, that's great. But the wolves mean I need to be constantly topped off, because the first time I almost died, the wolf dodged my attack, and suddenly I'm like, only got 5 hit points left. Because of course he hits me 1 more time than I expected him to. So basically if I encounter a wolf, it costs me a heal spell. Warlocks, like I said, aren't scaring me as much as I used to. I mean, I just did 17 points of damage to the guy. He dodged, that's annoying. So I'm 2-shotting the warlocks. I used to be terrified of these guys. Still need to be, I still can't underestimate him. Okay, so he attacked before I attacked, and he dodged. If there's a series of bad RNG, I definitely could get killed by one of these guys. Especially if they get 10 points of damage on a hurt spell. And then, yeah, so, you know, RNG, you know what I mean? Like, just don't get overconfident. That warlock basically cost me 2 heal spells. Well, then look at the healing, like, I got terrible healing out of those 2 spells. Alright, so here's that dreadful sleep spell, but so he hits me for 2, and then I wake up. So actually that sleep spell did nothing for him. So that's it. The wolves, I gotta be careful because they hit hard. And then the warlocks, I just gotta be careful about them not putting me to sleep and spamming hurt on me. And actually already these metal scorpions, you can 2 or 3 shot them and they're not doing that much damage, so they're not even really a threat. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and jump to when I'm level 10. Alright, time to see how many experience to the next level. 825 more, so let's see, 2,900. Not that bad. Alright, so like I said, I think we're going to jump over to the mountain cave so I can restock on herbs and we can see how easy is the mountain cave for me now. Alright, back to the mountain cave. Ugh. All these times I went to town, I forgot to sell those fighter's rings. That is actually a bit of a problem. Oh well, I think what will happen is the herb stacks, that's not a problem there. And then if I ever need to overwrite a fighter's ring with a torch, then that should be fine too, I think. So we'll just go with it. Maybe I'll not be such a big dum-dum and actually sell the fighter's rings next time. Alright, and then we will continue using the torch even though we have the radiant spell. Radiant spell costs magic points, and the torch is free every time I clear this dungeon. You think about the power level. So I was fighting wolves and warlocks and metal scorpions. The monsters on the bottom floor of this dungeon are just like a touch weaker than that. The warlocks are the toughest things down here. So I should be able to kind of get through with minimal damage. Keeping in mind I also got a pretty big boost to my defense this last level. Just one-shotted the magician, that was awesome. 23 damage. Okay, so got an herb. One shot of the scorpion. So anything on the top floor is getting one-shotted. I think even the druids most of the time. Let me see. Nope, not always. I have one-shotted a couple druids, but not every time. Because they have about 19, 20 hit points. Alright, let's see how we do on the enemies on the bottom floor. Thump, thump, thump. 103 gold. Excellent move. Well, I one-shotted him, of course. And then, you know, you can get into the math again. So Drakima is 11 experience and a wolf is 16. So how many Drakimas can I kill for the same cost of resources and time? You know, versus the amount of wolves I can kill. Poltergeist got one attack off before I killed it. So yeah, I think the things down here I'm going to be two-shotting now. So all in all, this looks pretty sustainable. I haven't healed. I think I've only gone down like, what, 5 hit points? Remember, RNG can mess you up, so it's not going to be like that every time, but... But then the remaining question is this a worthwhile investment of my time? Yes, it's not costing me resources, but is it worth my time? Alright, anyway, I'm going to keep doing that. I'll give you a report after I do quite a few runs, and I'll check back in with you. Alright, I filled up on all herbs again, and you can see that was all on one, what do I say? I didn't go back to recover, so it was all in one loop. And I'm gonna have enough gold for that full plate armor, and I think that's what I'm going to do because I'm starting to see the logic in it. The enemies in this cave are not giving me enough experience, so I think I'm done with them. If I get the full plate, that might finally bump the wolves down to a low enough damage where they become the most efficient to grind on. They're already pretty good for experience, but I just had a lot of like healing and going back to the town. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna recover at the king. I don't need to show you the experience because I think it's 3,000. And then, so yeah, I'll recover, save the game, and then head off to get my full plate. Alright, I was going to show you the swamp cave. So again, I'm not going to light a torch or cast a radiant spell this time. I just hold down the down arrow on the D-pad. Fight whatever druids show up. I just barely got that 3,000 gold. Now I hear bumping, so I go to the right. Hear bumping, so I go down. Hear bumping, so I go to the right. Hear bumping, so I go down. Fight the ghost. Hear bumping, go to the left. I'm on the stairs. The way back is a little bit simpler. I think you just go to the right, go up, left, and then there's a long walk all the way to the top. Basically just one big long passageway. So yeah, between the last level up, which was really good for my defense, and then this full plate armor, I'm hoping these wolves are much easier to grind on. Yeah, a miss and a miss. Alrighty. Almost there. Already the wolf isn't doing as much damage. So I probably should have been grinding 1.5 damage. When they were doing 10 damage, that was really bad. I probably should have been grinding here the whole time then, actually. But let's check out what our upgrade is. Probably not that much, because I do have the half plate. Defense power 40. Let's do the full plate. Defense power 48. Okay. So, let's go ahead. Oh, we don't need to stay at the end yet, do we? Let's take this armor for a test drive real quick, and I'm wondering if I have enough time yet to grind out level 11. I think we might be able to. So, not much damage from the scorpions. Of course, they have pretty high defense too. Come on, I want to see a wolf. How are we doing with the wolves? I do 16, he does 4. I do 12. Oh, that's so close to two-shotting him. He did 1 point. Yeah, this is going to be a lot more efficient because it seems like around level, was it level 9 without the armor? I was taking like almost 10 points of damage a hit. Yeah, I think this is going to be much more efficient. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm kind of making up my plan on the fly here. I'm going to grind out to level 11, call it a day, and then I think what we'll do is we will aim for killing the Axe Knight in the next video. Maybe that's presumptuous. Maybe I'll get lucky. Okay, for some reason I thought it was 3,000 experience to level up, not 2,900, so anyway, we made it level 11. And I only stayed at the inn one time, so this is actually a really good place to be grinding right now. What do we get this level? Power by 5, that's excellent. Speed by 4, that's excellent. Hit points by 8. Magic points by 10. Holy moly. Okay. And let's go ahead and just fight a couple more enemies. 62 hit points, is that where we're at? Nice. Let's go ahead and fight a couple more enemies. Just to get a flavor for how strong I am now. Okay, well he missed, so I couldn't see how much damage he would have done. Oh, what? Sure, when the first hit was 17 damage, I would have two-shotted him. Okay, let's see a little bit more action here. Need to get a gauge for how strong I am. I don't think I'm quite ready for the Axe Knight, but next video I might just start with wandering on down there and getting my butt kicked by him just to see how much stronger he is than I am. Okay, Scorpion's only doing 1 point of damage, that's nice. Warlocks, not that strong. Only danger with them is they have the hurt spell, which bypasses my defense. Ouch, like that hurt. Still not worth using that stop spell though, really, because it just wastes my magic points and resources. Skeletons used to terrify me, now they're kind of a joke. 5 damage is... I mean, yeah. Alright. Looks like a pretty safe place to be grinding, so I think I'm gonna pop back home to the king. Now, normally I wouldn't bother, but I do want to wrap up this video to a good stopping point. I would probably just keep grinding here, even though I don't know how much experience I need, because this is obviously the right place for me to be grinding. But, no, I think I'll jump back home, save at the king, see how much experience we need, and then we'll call it a day, and next time my main goal is going to be to go kill that Axe Knight. Alright, how many experience? Okay, just basically another... I think it must have been... Oh, I gained a lot of experience on the way home, because 2,900... And then I will need 4,000 to level up, so 1,100 more. That's completely doable. I will probably, now that I know this, I'll probably grind up at least one more level before I attempt that Axe Knight. But that's going to be it for today. I've had enough time on this game, and see you next time.